Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Poopy. Poopy. Okay, that was a fun little interaction I was not expecting to see. The Fear Crafting stream was an absolute blast, and I got to try a lot of different decks, but one really stood out to me, and this is Fire Elemental Mage. And this is great news for budget players, because this thing only runs a single legendary, and it felt super OP. So in this video I'm gonna give you a quick guide about it, and talk about the deck a little bit, so you have an idea of what to expect when the expansion comes live, as well as when you actually get to play the Tavern Brawl. So if you enjoyed the video and like what I'm doing, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget you can have some Hearthstone coaching, as well as check out my MetaFi courses. Now, let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the variant I came up with, and it does run a lot of good cheap elementals, so you actually get that chain going, so you can still get the good Lamplighter payoff later. We have things like Fireflies, like Glacial Shards, like Tar Slimes, and these are your free 1-drops, which are gonna help you actually curve out with Elemental each turn. Aqua Archivist allows you to do some stuff a lot earlier than you're supposed to. We have still a couple of Flame Revenants, so you can build some massive boards. I had to cut down to a single Rolling Stone, because we did have a requirement of actually running 10 new cards from the expansion, and I had to cut something, so I decided to cut this so we can add one Perplexing Anomaly, which doesn't really make too much sense to be in the deck, even though it did do some good stuff for us here and there. It is probably a card you should be cutting, so we can slap in the second Rolling Stone. Couple of Shell Spiders help you with the card draw. We have the new Spontaneous Combustion, which is a fire spell, obviously. And this can go face as long as you've played Elemental last turn, and let's face it, if everything went according to plan, you played an Elemental every turn, so should be going mouth. And the thing about this, the fire spells in this deck is you kind of want to be somewhat saving them in most cases. You don't want to be going face with them early. You want to actually use these after you have gotten your big payoff card, which is Saron. And once this guy gets into play, all of your other elementals in your deck start having +1 fire spell damage. And since you have so much good card draw in your deck, it's not going to be hard for you to actually get a bunch of other cheap elementals. You can really start blasting with things like this new spell, as well as the other new spell, Solar Flare, which deals 2 damage to all enemies and costs 1 less for each elemental you control, so usually it should be costing you 0. We also have the new Blasteroid, which shuffles 5 random fire spells in your deck, and they cost 2 less, which is kind of cool. Should be a good card, might actually be something to consider cutting out, because it does mess up your deck. It could include a bunch of weird spells like, I'm not really sure. I think it might be worth considering swapping him out for even something like the 3 mana fire. Yeah, the Molten Rune, because once you actually get a bunch of fire spell damage that way, and if you actually force this, it's going to be using the plus spell damage twice, so a lot of extra damage. We also have the new Blazing Accretion, I guess it's Accretion. And this is a lot of card draw for you because you run nothing but elementals and fire spells in your deck, so this is always basically a 3 mana, 3/1 draw free cards for you. And that is very nice for you to curve out. Perplexing, we said it's not really supposed to be in here, but it is kind of flexible, like if you need to kill something you do that, if you need a taunt, you just attack into something small so it's not stealth anymore. And if you need something to stick on the board, you just don't do anything and leave it stealth so you can attack next turn, that kind of deal. But it is a little bit weird in a deck like ours. Lamplighter can still do massive damage. And the cool thing about Overflow Surger in this one is, yeah, you can still do a Rolling Stone into the Overflow Surger so you can get a bunch of 4/3s. But the real payoff here would be if you've actually played your Saron first and then top deck Overflow Surger. And once this guy fills the board for 4 mana, that is going to be +7 fire spell damage for you. And things like this start dealing 9 damage to the face. Things like this start dealing tons of damage to the face as well. And whatever you got out of the Blasteroid as well. So I actually got caught off by surprise of this synergy. I didn't realize we have that synergy when I was building the deck, but it's actually one of your main win conditions after Sauron gets played, so it can be absolutely brutal like that. The Unchained Gladiator still helps you draw tons of cards, as long as you've played a few last turn. Solar Flare, we said, it's a pretty good removal tool as well as it goes face, so that's pretty nice as long as you have some elementals on the board. And we also have a single copy of Tatent Remnant, which Still is a great card, but maybe it's also something to consider cutting out, because he does require a little bit of setup, and he's also not exactly screaming for the Sauron game plan, but he's a good game plan on his own, so I don't know. Definitely is gonna take some changing to really get the optimal variant here, but we're definitely very close to a very good deck with this one, so be on the lookout for it. And like I said, it literally runs a single legendary in here, so it's basically another free deck, 0 epics in here as well. Very, very good stuff in it. So yeah, the game plan is curve out well with elementals, try not to be drawing too much in the first few turns usually. And that goes if you actually are planning to drop Sauron. Like, if you already have Sauron in hand, you might want to try not to be drawing way too much before you play this fat guy. And after that, if you start drawing massively, you're going to have bigger odds of actually getting your Overflow Surger, which would be the massive payoff for you to get tons of extra fire spell damage on the board and OTK the opponent with the help of the 0 mana, also 5 mana, but it's going to be a 0, right? Plus the Spontaneous Combustion and the Lamplighters. For the mulligan, you're obviously trying to curve out with your good cheap stuff. Going first, I don't think you're ever going to keep Sauron, but going second, you could actually hold on to Sauron himself. Holding on to the Blazing Assertion is also not the worst thing in the world, like drawing while sticking an elemental. But try to be maybe saving the Unchained Guardian for later, so don't really look for it in the mulligan. So yeah, you're basically looking for 1, 2s, and 3s in most cases. So that's going to be it for the deck. Hope you enjoyed. The new expansion is going live on the 5th of November, but you're also going to actually be able to play with these new cards as long as you get the opening for the new Tavern Brawl, which is going to be a week before, on the 29th of October, I think, the new Tavern Brawl starts, where you actually get to play with some of the new cards before they actually go live. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the guide. Now let's check out some of my games from the Fury Crafting stream. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, it's against Warshack. Fun fact, I'm stream sniping Warshack right now for the drops.
The jade lotus blossoms. I have exceeded all who taught me.
Every time. Against Shaman. Pre-release Brawl? I think it was a week before the thing goes live. I might be wrong. Okay. 29th. Okay. Thought it would be a little bit sooner, but yeah, checks out, 1 week. Okay. Enough of those frognanigans. Is this a Reno Shaman? How dare he? Okay. Maybe this was the better play that turn though. I wasn't looking for draw as much. He's going face a lot. This Solar Flare is probably gonna be better for me a bit later, the way things are going. This might be worth having. Should I try to go a bit wider here? Let's actually try like this.
I'll blast you out of orbit.
I'll pop one out. Make some room, you know? Because next year I might be drawing a gajillion out of this.
Peer further into the cosmos than
Okay. It's a death rattle, actually. I'd rather still get a bunch of this. Okay. Well, I have a feeling he wants to be making that trade anyway. Oh god. So he gets to use that 2 more times. Fuck me, man. Not so big. Well, plan number B. It's only in my deck. That's kind of lame. At least it survives the 5 damage AoE. Because that is a worth card including, huh? Or is it? Them's a lot of rocks, yo. Them's a lot of rocks. Okay. This is my window to actually put down a bunch of stuff.
Nice to meet you. Picking up pace. Here's the drop.
Okay. Gimme. Yeah, some crack shaman. Jesse, it's time to cook.
Space time.
Crack shaman. Crack shaman. Yeah, that is a fire spell, alright. A bad one. Okay, that's not a bad freeze.
Nice to meet you.
Gonna go like this.
Works against me.
And slap him like it's hot. Well, we have lethal from hand. We also have lamplighters up in that ditch, so I think we got him unless he does some healing here. He keeps on trying to bribe me with some of his rock, but I ain't taking it. I'm clean, okay. Elemental Mage great again. When was it not? Thanks a lot, Colo. Cold that is, and Rainbow, welcome, welcome. Okay. Fire beats rock, guys. Fire beats rock. Or does it? Fuck.
Space time.
Oh my goodness.
A blunder.
Uh-oh. Boopy. Boopy. Okay, that was a fun little interaction I was not expecting to see. But that was sheesh. Damn, boy. That was a lot of boy. Jesus. Jesus. Lucky. We were having a bunch of damage, but that was illegal amounts of damage. Jesus, man. That's a lot of damage. I was not expecting that. Damn. Damn, boy. Ah, fucking hell, I wasn't even getting drops. Okay. This size.
The moment is upon us.
Okay, tempo.
While a minion has stealth, it cannot.
Okay. This is kinda, it still protects my shit. Off the top deck, plus 7 spell damage.
All in due time.
Let's see what this gives us. There you go. Good amount of card draw. Okay, we got the thing. Oh shit, that was not great for me. Fuck. I'll probably get better stuff out of this bit later, aren't I? I got this guy, so card draw after him would be a bit better. But I'll do this for now, and this is probably gonna be bigger card draw for me later. Wanna play this guy next turn and then start cracking down on my elementals like that. This guy would have been a lot better later. Let's just hero power and chill it. What the fuck was that even? The skill. But yeah, Molten Rune or the 1 mana Flame could definitely be nice in this one. Okay, I think this is as clean a board as I can hope for to drop this fat fuck. And let's do a little bit of this damage here. We have this thing soon, so that ought to do it. Next turn I can play a bunch of 1-drops, and after that I can draw a ton. So we get a bunch of spell damage for this thing to be doing a gajillion. Oh man. Monkey. Okay. Go like this. A bunch of these. I can freeze the mouth area. But maybe I'm not playing this. Maybe I'm putting this down. Yeah, let's do that. So I don't have much else to do here, you know? Okay, so next turn we're drawing 4 potentially spell damage elementals. And after that we start flaring it up. Oh shit, that's early. 5 mana for a 2/2. Drugged, is that you? Or did he misclick or something? When will the giveaways be? That's a pretty nice first message out of you, Ono. They're coming, don't worry. They are a-coming tonight. Let's draw a bunchy. See what we're working with. Okay, we got the Overflow Surger again, so that's a gajillion spell damage real soon.
Too many cards.
Oops, why did I think I have enough room there? Bummer. Have 8 damage showing on this fuck. I just blast his mouth with this thing this turn. Next turn, full board of spell damage plus this thing and this thing. It's probably gonna be enough. I'm gonna trade this one. Maybe I should have just played what's his face. I'm gonna kill this man. I'm not taking any chances. Lethal? Was it though? I don't think we had enough room. Maybe you're right. No, I don't think you were right. We only had 4 mana, so if we wanted 8 damage out of this... This at 0 was not enough. It was close, but next turn's pretty sure. Was it only 1 off? Felt like it's a bit more. Could be wrong, as I often am, but let's do the... Apparently the win condition, guys. I accidentally included an absolute win condition here. Let's do the win condition thing. Smackerdoodle. Apparently the deck is consistent like that, yo. Fucking hell. Apparently it's consistent as fuck, boy. I was surprised by that lethal out the first time. Now it's second nature. All you gotta do is get lucky with it. That was dope. Get used to that. Welcome to the squad, Sidro. Was it really one-off, Cold Blood? Felt like it was more than one-off there, but could be wrong. Nerf after release? Nah. Seems good, but let's not forget right now we're playing against other unoptimized decks, and we're not really facing the real old meta decks, because everybody has to run 10 new cards in here. So this is not the real meta. It's a fun meta, but it's not the real one. So we don't know. I mean, the deck does feel strong, though. This one in particular does actually feel quite strong. But who knows how it's gonna fare in the real world. Wow, that's a lot of waiting. I guess I'm gonna face a Patreon. A patron. Patron? Well, the next one after this one, right, Mo? In April. Or March. Feels like they're dragging it down like that. So, yeah. March next year is rotation time. It'd be like that, Jero. It'd be like that. Ain't gonna nerf themselves. Yeah, and nowadays the nerf windows are actually quite long, so once the expansion comes out, you guys are gonna have like a couple of weeks not to worry about any nerfs, so not crafting in the first 2 weeks is actually not such a great idea nowadays. Not as great as it used to be, at least. I mean, if there's something absolutely broken, they are gonna fix it, but if there's something just broken that needs to be fixed, it's probably gonna be in a couple of weeks or so, so... Yeah, it's Baby Bear. Let's fucking go.
Let the hunt begin. I have exceeded
Turn 1
all
Elemental is important. Card draw is also kind of cool against the Hunter, not as cool, but... Maybe I drop it as well so we ensure we get the Elemental chain going. There you go. The Elemental chain gang. Diablo and StarCraft expansion? I don't know.
ice from the
Diablo and StarCraft cards, maybe, but full-on expansion, that's gonna be wrong. Some tribute card like they did for Diablo and Duels and Battlegrounds, sure, but full-on expansion doesn't feel right.
chill out.
Would be way off theme, I guess. People still play StarCraft. Fun fact, a single mount skin in World of Warcraft made more revenue than StarCraft 2 or some shit like that. So yeah, shocking how they're not supporting StarCraft shipped anymore, huh? Microtransactions. They ain't gonna microtransaction themselves. I'm not sure if it was exactly about StarCraft 2 the entire game, but there was something absolutely absurd for StarCraft compared to a single $15 microtransaction skin. It was something absurd. Let's get some draw rolling still.
Chill out.
Cannon rush his ass.
Let me play you a melody.
Let's see. Harmonic Soloist. Guess some kind of Discover Hunter. So she's gonna have access to those 2/5s nice and quick. Not sure I want to be trading that just yet. Let's see if this gets frozen or some shit. Nope. I think I'm gonna go like this then.
Nice to meet you.
Play around the thing, you know. Let's try. I could do an Overflow Surge if this thing is still alive. That's gonna be a bunch of big men. A bunch of 4/3s that way. How many legendaries are in the deck? I think only one actually. But it's a goodie. So yeah, Elemental Mage is still gonna be a pretty good budget option. Oh man. Oh man. 4 extra idiots like that. A bunch of free 2s. Could actually make him into 5. I think that's what I'm doing. Oops.
Pressure builds. Magma rises.
Okay. Sure. Cool thing about this deck is you just stall him with the Elementals in the early turns and you still actually chip in a good amount of damage. Well, that sounded like a fire explosive trap now, didn't it? It looked pretty explosive to me. Imagine if I had a Zilliax right about now, you know? Let's see if that's a nice... It is. Fun fact, it's still gonna be a 0 though. Well, we all know it's explosive. Technically I could wait a little and not attack here. So I'm actually reactive, but honestly I'd rather just start building another board.
Works against me.
Fuck it, let's just burn. Let's just burn here, because this actually sets up lethal if I top deck Lamplighter.
Let me play you a melody.
Yeah, Cold Feet is pretty strong against them mages.
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could
Lighter me, dude. Lighter me timbers.
Picking up pace. Here's the drop.
Oh man. Freezing. Yeah. Damn you, secrets. Ah, jeez, Rick. Well, at least it lived. Those are rare. Okay, next turn I get the draw bunch. Maybe I find the AoE, but I'm getting kinda close to Pepsi here. Kinda close to Pepsi Max now, aren't I? Let's see. Let's go with the perplexing. What else can I go for? That was my second Unchained Gladiator, so no more mega card draw through elementals like that. Let's get perplexing in it. And one more Taunty Boy. Kill this thing. Seven cards left in my deck, two of which are Lamplighters, one of which is the 0 mana damage. Pretty sure this turn Elemental is wrong, or did I actually skip a turn somewhere to play an Elemental? Because I shouldn't have, I should be at 9, going to 10. If that's the case, I win. So I have this thing too. This thing. Could fuck me over with a nice trap. There's my lighter, yeah. 9 damage it is, as advertised. Okay, well. Got him. That was a close one now, wasn't it? On a roll, yeah? Yeah, Elemental Mage is popping. Popping and locking. Let's do one more for the road and switch to something else, you know? Gotta keep him cycling. Win streak with Mage, you know it, man. More Baby Bear. Yeah, I should stop queuing this quickly. It's always same opponent. This time for real. Sure, one Elemental pretty important. The rest not really. No, you're only gonna be allowed to open packs, and it's only gonna be from the new expansion. It's a pretty pay-to-win thing, man. It's so disgusting, not gonna lie. I really hate what they did with that one. Really not a fan what they did with that one, not gonna lie. Absolute pay-to-win bullshit is what that is. Absolute pay-to-win bullshit. Let's just do this for now. Okay. I mean, you could, but you're gonna open a lot more garbage than everybody else, so surely you're gonna get some stuff. Let's go like this, actually. See if we can stick this thing. Get a little bit of tempo going. Why would I play Elemental Mage? Because it's actually kind of busted, man. I mean, right now you're only seeing the old stuff, but the new package is actually pretty lit. A bunch of fire spell damage action. We had some pretty insane, almost OTKs with it actually, without Lamplighter. Literally full board of plus fire damage into a 10 damage AoE bullshit. It's actually kind of insane, these. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the +3. It ain't. Acceptable. Well, let's get a bunch of 4-3s, yeah? Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's turn 4 after all, why wouldn't I have 20 damage showing? Yeah, kinda looks weird, doesn't it, Skunt? But yeah, we're kinda curving out old school here. Yeah, there's a new fire elemental fire spell damage legendary that makes all of your other elementals in the deck +1 fire spell damage. And it's also running this fire spell damage. It also has shuffle 5 random fire spells in your deck. They cost 2 less, and also a 0 mana 2 damage AoE for any elemental you have. It gets lower by 5, from 5 that is. It's kinda good like that. But yeah, this game looks over. If it's a freezing, I'd rather have this again, honestly. Okay, it ain't. That ain't bear. Yeah, let's draw a bunch. Okay, there's some of the new stuff. But by the time she stabilizes here, I have her beat with this thing. Next turn I have 10 damage from hand with this thing. Yeah. It'll make sense, man, don't worry. Okay. Let's go like this. This thing plus damage to the face if we can. So that next turn she's just dead to Lamplighter plus one more spell. Or just Lamplighter with one more elemental. I can actually fit in both. So that's 12 damage from hand as it is. Misha doesn't do it. Misha Huffer, still GG. Could have done more damage, but we're not here to be on a roll tier 2. Okay, yeah, Elemental Mage, quite strong, yeah. Quite strong indeed. It is a banger. Alrighty, yeah. Let's move down to something else. The deck definitely is gonna be a very good option, especially for budget players. Absolute monster of a deck right there.